This is an intake of a very important agricultural project in Turkana County, Katilu Irrigation Scheme, and the source of water is River Turkana. Our Lodwar-based correspondent, Jeremiah Eregai, tells us more about this scheme.
Well, this is the irrigation scheme Alex is talking about. I'm all set to take you through what happens here. And I'll begin with the demonstration farm. This is the demonstration farm where farmers are trained on crop husbandry practices, including land preparation, use of fertilizers and herbicides, seed quality and cropping. The irrigation system used here is known as furrow irrigation, which entails use of siphon pipes. This scheme is located in Turkana County in Turkana South Sub-County, approximately 130 kilometers south of Lodwar town. Irrigation water is diverted by gravity through earth canals from Turkana River to the scheme. The scheme was started in 1966 but came to operation in 1970 through the joint effort of the Ministry of Agriculture, who provided recurrent costs while the Food and Agricultural Organization provided capital cost and technical personnel. The objective of the scheme was to settle some selected number of nomadic families from famine camps in Turkana County. The scheme by then consisted of about 500 acres, with each family allocated 1 acre. The scheme then had its own challenges, including the changing of hands over the years, making it inconsistent in operations.
The National Irrigation Authority was requested in 2011 by the local leaders to come and assist in rehabilitating the scheme, which was by then about 500 acres. And after rehabilitating the scheme, the National Irrigation Authority assisted the farmers in production activities by supporting them in land preparation, provision of the input, so that at least we can boost them in the first cropping season, so that from there, through their revolving fund, they can be able now to continue with crop production in the scheme.
The scheme has 2,000 hectares at the moment.
Each farmer is allocated half an acre, and therefore we have a total in our register of about 3,800 farmers, because some blocks have not been completed in the expansion area, but we are targeting now, after the full expansion up to the Lokapel, we shall be having now a total number of farmers of about 6,000 farmers in the entire scheme.
Here, the vision is to grow a variety of crops.
We have maize, we have the sorghum, we have the green grams and watermelons, the horticultural crops like vegetables, and tomatoes. They do very well in this condition of our soils here.
And the harvest from this scheme will surprise you.
The maize crop that you see behind us, the DKC 9089 from Monsanto, here in Katilu Irrigation Scheme, you are able to get 25 to 30 bags of 90 kg per acre. And also we have introduced other varieties, Pioneer, that G19, which we expect to be even to have more yield as compared to the DKC 9089 that we have. Gradually, what we want to do as National Irrigation Authority is to introduce our farmers here in Katilu into contract farming, so that even the yields and also the cost of the seeds, they can get better returns as compared to the local maize variety they are growing at the moment.
According to Waweru, the highest yield ever realized in this scheme was in the year 2012. Farmers had enough for consumption and managed to deliver about 5,000 bags of 90 kilograms to the National Cereals and Produce Board in Lodwar.
Umuhimu ya hii kulimo ni anatusaidia sisi kwa upande ya elimu, kusomesha watoto, inatusaidia sisi kwa mavazi, inasaidia sisi pia kwa tumbo, yani food security. Pia tunajengea manyumba kwa sababu ya hii ukilimo. Sisi ni wafugaji wa mbuzi. Popote tunaweza kuja kuchukua. Magonjwa inaweza gonjeka na yote imalizike. Ukame anaweza kuja kufagia.
But not everything is rosy here.
changamoto ambayo mkulima ana face ni maneno ya magonjwa. Kama wewe utawacha nyasi, yaani kwekwe kwa shamba lako, sasa tayari ugonjwa inaambukiza nini? Shamba lako. Sasa mpaka utoe kwekwe, shamba ibaki clean. Changamoto ngine, sisi hapa tukiwa wakulima hatuna na duka ya madawa ya mimea, mpaka utumane Kitale.
Agriculture is a devolved function of government. The county government is in charge of crop production while the National Irrigation Authority manages the infrastructure. But there is a high level of collaboration when it comes to extension services and training of farmers at the moment, as the county government does not have enough extension workers.
Our farmers who are coming from the background of pastoralism and subsistence farming, they do require a lot of capacity building so that they can uptake the new modern agricultural practices. Most of the activities in the field, they are only done by either the ladies. You find that the men on the other side, they usually do mostly the grazing of the animals and so on. And also we have another issue of the youth. Most of the youth, they are a bit reluctant in at least taking up the activities in the field, the cropping activities in the scheme.
Above all, maintenance of irrigation infrastructure, including the intake, the desilting of the canals and repair of the concrete walls, can be quite expensive.
We have a lot of widespread of madenge along the canals, on the road networks, and it takes a lot of most of our time in maintaining, and also it has a bigger cost, especially to the institution and to the government in maintaining the irrigation infrastructure.
Let's now shift gears to something else in this irrigation scheme. In 2018, poultry farming was introduced by National Irrigation Authority by setting up cages for rearing improved kienyeji chicken from Kenchik. The aim of this was diversifying the use of the byproducts from the fields, like maize stalks and assorted maize as animal feeds. This is expected not only to improve on food security, but also increase income through the sale of the farm residues as animal feeds. And that is the story of Katilu Irrigation Scheme, one of the many good stories you will find here in this county. Back to you, Alex.
A very interesting story there, and as Jeremiah said, there are many untold happy stories here in Turkana County, and we look forward to more dispatches from him and his cameraman, Josephat Ekiru. From the bank of River Takwel, I'm Alex Chamada signing off, and as usual at Chams Media we say, keep hope alive.